Hey folks, Jonathan here, back on the frame build a little bit. Figured I'd spend part of the day doing this. We've got the pattern cut out. That's just out of corrugated cardboard, and now the neck is going to be welded in. This is something different, but we're going to go ahead and leave it there, and that'll tie it together, and then we'll have a rear plate back here. So we're going to leave that there to tie it together, and we can cut it out later, do whatever we need to do. But what I want to do now, the reason that I bought 11/32 plywood, which will allow me to come up to the tip, but the tip won't quite touch. It's hard to see there, but it won't quite touch the metal, and I think I can work with that. I could have went a little bit thicker, but I think that'll work. And I went and got some metal yesterday from a friend of mine, and then which the piece turned out not quite to be big enough. But then I went in my box down there, I got a semi-trailer that I keep some stuff in, to look for a piece of plywood or something to make this pattern out of, and then I found steel that I could use. So I didn't even remember that I had it. So, but I still ended up having to go pick up a piece of plywood. So we're going to go ahead and get this traced out, get it cut out with the jigsaw, and then hopefully we can start cutting out of steel here in a little bit. All right. Alright, there's our frame. Clean it up some, file it, and sand it a little bit, and we'll be ready to go. We'll lay that out on the steel, and then we'll plasma cut it. Okay, some of y'all may remember the time I hauled a bunch of stuff from IBM, one of the engineering places up there, for a buddy of mine. He gave me a bunch of steel, and he gave me 3 of these sheets. They're 1/8 inch, and I forgot he even gave them to me. They're still nice and shiny, in most places anyway. But I'm not used to working with shiny steel, and hopefully this ain't Chinese steel. It starts blowing apart. But, what I'm doing is, as you can see, this is 125 thousandths. It's 1/8 inch, and most motorcycle frames, from what I can see, is 120 thousandths to 125 DOM, which is drawn over mandrel, round tubing. Now, with the size of this frame, it's probably going to make it a little bit heavy, but we're going to probably go with a lighter material on the top and bottom, and instead of 1/8 inch, but we want our main frame to be good and strong. So it'll be easy to weld too with 1/8 inch, but like I said, I'm going to go a little thinner on top and bottom. But we're going to go ahead and get the pattern up here and try to probably use double stick tape, because I don't want it to move. And then we will actually cut it with the plasma. I don't know. Yeah, see, it's over 4 feet long. I probably would have enough room if I didn't worry about this too much, but yeah, there we go. Yeah, we can get it on there. I don't know if we can get 2 on there, but I've got 2 more sheets of it, but we're going to see if I can get it arranged to where I can get 2 on it. Okay, I tried flipping it and turning it and twisting it in every which way, and I can't get 2 on there. No matter what, they're going to overlap, so we'll cut one out. We'll still have the material, so it's not a big deal. We'll cut one out, and then we'll get the other sheet and cut another one out. But let me get at it. Alright, we got it stuck down with double stick tape, and we're going to go ahead and get the plasma fired up, and hopefully we can cut it and do a good job on it. I'm going to take my time and, you know, try to be extra careful doing this. Hopefully it'll turn out okay. Alright. You know, I'm not sure how I quite did it, but after I had put that down and put the double stick tape, I grabbed the other one, and after trying all them times to get it, it does fit now, so I can get them both out of it. I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know. I guess I was just trying to get too technical. But anyway, we'll get them both out of this one piece. This is I think it's 4x4 or 4x4 sheets, what it is. All right. One down, one to go. Okay folks, there they are. Not close to being perfect, but we're going to weld them together. Just tack them together, and then we're going to grind them so they're exactly the same. We'll get them all straightened out, and then we'll go from there. We're going to have to do some braking on the back to get it out where I need it for the rear swing arm or that area. So, show you more. Alright, we got it ground and the same. So now we're going to mark it. We use the brake, and we'll come back. Transmission's going to mount here, and we'll come back a little ways, and we're going to mark it and try to get the back of the frame brought out for the wheel. And we've got to figure out exactly what distance we're going to do in between the plates, 1.5 or whatever I decide. We'll set it up and look at it, see what it looks like, and then get that done, and then we'll get something tacked together here shortly. Alright folks, we got it mocked up here. We got it all cut out, got the rear section of the frame bent like I want it, and we've got a bunch of pieces to make to box everything in. This will be boxed, but it'll be, of course, be narrow, and then we'll make our plates that we need for the back for the wheel, make it adjustable. Transmission sitting in place, got the engine just clamped in place. I mean, everything's not perfect where it's going to go, but it's going to work. And you know, like I said, we can change the rake on the forks. That's not an issue. You know, it just depends on how we cut it and how we put our tube on. I ended up going 2 inches wide on the frame, which is pretty darn wide. I'm going to use thinner steel there, but it actually came out, the frame wasn't heavy at all. Nothing like I had imagined in my head it was going to be, so I don't think, you know, there's going to be any issues weight-wise. But we're still going to go thinner on top. and you know, everything we close in. And welder will be here this week if, you know, it don't get held up anymore. Everything has been held up because of the storm. Trucks running and coming in. So if welder gets here, we can get back on this. And the drag car, we've got welding to do, and I want to get back on the wrecker. So like I said, we're gonna build the forks, and I'm probably gonna do a little style, sort of a Springer front, old style, and just probably my own design though. And I don't think there's probably nothing else that we're going to buy, not, you know, besides tires, stuff like that. Everything probably get fabricated. I'm going to fabricate a tank, and you know, I've got chain for it. No clearance issues with the chain. We're going to be able to put the engine chain on, running the transmission, and then from the transmission back to the wheel. And I think it's going to work out good. You can see where we're at. And, you know, we don't have everything set up exactly right yet, but that's the way that we ended up doing the back. And we will definitely get back on it and get some more done. All right, appreciate everybody watching. Bye.
Alright folks, this is how far me and Jonathan got today. We got it cut out, spaced out, bent the back end. Got it all mocked up. I think it looks pretty nice.